Intuitive Jacob. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your patience for those of you that have been waiting. I was only able to do the 6 of the tribes for the Hall of Days because I was getting over the flu in 2 different ways and had a weird conjunctivitis, so now that I may see clearly and that we may demonstrate that as well, we're going to take a look at selective form creation, what didn't get drawn and quartered, and what's actually on the inside of the magnetic unleavening. I'll show you on the inside what it looks like on the new board, where some of us have sigiled ourselves through sound, and more messages to come. If these messages are a little weird, well, it's because some of us are in the one strong incept ion, and we're being trained to hear other things within this new form. If you have more questions about that, feel free to click the link in my description. You can enter the very fine Martians Discord chat room and enter into discussion with us. Sometimes we share music and art and other things. And if you would just like your own private reading with perhaps a forensic look into some of the things that might have been confusing to you at a first look, hit me up. We've got a very specific way that we can do that, especially if you have things like dates of birth or actual dates that events happened before the I went on and the, hey, is that can? Did the camera catch it all in that era? Huh, what's this new ear thing? You thing, me thing, catch you on the inside of the reading. Hey Libra, it's so good to have you here. Mwah! Thank you for being present for your January 2020 That We May See Clearly reading. This is my favorite piece of indigo gabbro. It's the stone that I was meditating with as I was shuffling and considering your energies. How about some cards? So, you actually received 2 Queen of the Moon Oracle cards in your reading. And I'm hearing for some of you, it's because of what the guides are showing us about the new bodies for the unleavened to open from the inner state, and what has been an alchemical process that some of us as beings have participated in cultivating. And it's very enriching to know that you and Taurus were also never split apart to both be 2 sides of the heaven and earth embodiment of Venus landing for her perfect union as form through the birth of fire and water. Okay? Now, we'll get to those soon. And I'm hearing whether or not you have Taurus in your natal constitution, or are dealing directly with somebody that you know is either a Taurus sun, moon, or rising, Libra, you may want to check the Taurus reading for the rest of the messages that are pertaining to this, because this is actually an alchemical process that can't be dumbed down to traditional, mundane astrology. And so I'm not that kind of reader. I'm the guy that got rude with the rocks after I woke up dead. Okay, so let's see what's showing up with your archetype, because this is going to give you light and shadow attributes, energy that you're learning to better discern for this new process, because it's being, the you thing. And the no longer hearsay, earthing, ear thing. What are we hearing and putting inside of this computer? Darling, check Taurus. Okay, here's your archetype. Fool. 2 sides of what might be the same thing. 2 sides of the brain in your hemisync. And like I said, Taurus was never torn from us. It's a complete circuit of energy and what Venus knows about the you thing and What a foolish exercise in futility might look like if we chose not to integrate ourselves fully in front of the fool that also beckons for us to be real. Catch it new. Renew that mind as the new you. Light attribute states, fearlessly revealing emotion, Libra. Helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. How do you discern these things? You think about it new. There's a new weight. Be you. Shadow attribute states, using humor to wound rather than liberate. Denial of your emotional truth. So, two-faced like that ain't fun, is it? I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like learning who to let just cut from your life. And I'm hearing you might have had a cut and run person, and that now it's just like, thank you. Thank you for that exfoliation and the new you thing skin. You know? Maybe it's time to get your mani-pedis done, or maybe you're a crazy guy like me who likes to keep his nails really short, but we'll take the time to buff them so they're pretty here in front of you. I'll go for a mani-pedi with you. Okay, hey, alright Libra. Let's see what's on both sides of this, because I'm hearing it's like, it's what these two different Queen of the Moon Oracle cards are for. You're the only one that got two, okay? Alright, first one. So this is about what we're doing for pleasure. Number 18. This is about somebody's date. A moonlight date that gets to go great this time. Waning gibbous to pleasure. Butterfly effect all around you. It's the you thing. Let me move this out of the way, sorry. I've got edits going on while we're doing this in real time. Like this. So, I'm here for some of y'all, it's like, some of y'all might be paying more attention to your lunar cycle, especially if you have a menstrual cycle that you're starting to experience differently in concert with the moon, the actual moon, your connection as the divine feminine, if you are, and the reference point of the moon. Not everybody looks at that, but I sure do. If I've had women in my life, I'm interested in when that happens, and the context, the juxtaposition, and how energy comes forward, and what it is to see it new, and also know about your body exfoliating certain things as you are creating more you thing and the ear thing, because the hear say and sounds like becomes new. Your words are creative substance. So, you're learning. May it be a pleasure for you to receive divine energy and potency. And just know, if somebody had to be pulled away, it's okay to let that go and also to shed those tears. And I would just say namaste, because I'm hearing for some of you all, whatever comes out, there's like just a little bit of light that's going to come out about this. It's going to feel good. It's going to be like a face peel or something. Just think exfoliation. With that one gone. It's like there's the wrinkles that you didn't need, It's like, bye. Alright, so Queen of the Moon Oracle wanted us to have two of these, so here's the other one for you, Libra. We've got growth. Okay. Beautiful. I'm hearing it's good for you to know this, especially if you've recently had a growth show up, because I'm hearing for some of you all, this is about the exfoliation that you need, especially if you didn't mean to grow that. Because I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like, I'm hearing for somebody there was a metastasis. You might have Cancer in your rising or moon, one of your other signs. You might want to check that one. There was miracle messages coming through on that. And I'm praying for healing over that. with everything that was waxed through the beings that knew. And I'm actually going to do a 0-point energy release technique on this with you here. And we're pulling out anything that was not energized for your divine and highest good. Yeah, may those energies be neutralized. That the only growth happening is a growth factor that you wish for. I've called forward the high Elohim energy of selenite to help us with that. And the reference point of 5 is really big on this, which for some of you, it's realizing you're in the 5-pointed star, my darling. It was wrapped in skin. Never to be a disaster, but how you might have grown from the particle materialization and might be evolving as a seed right now in a very special plant around end times guy, you know? And what doesn't get to grow off of you just out of hearsay, you know, that ear thing, pulling you away from the truth, of which you've actually been growing, and what didn't just get to germinate on you, especially if you didn't intend to grow that there, darling. Think exfoliation and the highest witness of the Elohim, and perhaps calming meditation, Reiki might be helpful. This is one of my favorite Reiki stones. This is from Madagascar. That is known as indigo gabbro or mystic merlinite, if it's been massaged down and polished. But this selenite is a nice protection against the low-level magic of things like Bohemian Grove and stuff that doesn't get to happen to any of you now or ever. Because some of us don't agree to grow that thing. We got rude with the rocks in prayer time instead. And it's the sound of particles being released for things that we don't intend to grow, now that we may see clearly, in the light of what has been exfoliated for us to witness anew. And why? Perhaps it's a pleasure in that unfolding as those things are being taken away. And what I was doing with my 0-point energy wand and diatomaceous earth. Some of you might want to see this card here. It's possible that you are dealing with somebody who shows up like this. We've got well, there you go. Didn't I ask you to pay attention to where you might have a Taurus person or a connection to Taurus, even if you don't have a Taurus person or Taurus in your chart? Because I have. And the number 14 in the double open water. 707, huh? Might be an interesting drop-in point for some of you all if you have the hammers for it. And if not, just know that your head did not get split open for being transcendent and being able to selectively germinate your own form as the being that you are. And that some of us have been planting these seeds from a different witness point. So if you have a vision for your perfect health, that is what is being sigiled right now, and being released of impurities, because that is what the Fool is here for. Fearlessly revealing. And where those emotions have gone, where your energy has gone, that's where your intent is growing. So, know it. And Taurus was never tore apart for Taurus energy, Taurus, to proof the work of the divine flower of life. Okay? And so some of you are going to realize that you have like this earth angel manifestation energy somewhere that might have a balance point with a Taurian person. So you might actually have a person showing up outside of yourself, so to speak, that is playing a very strong part in this right now. And just keep in mind your ruling planet, according to astrology, is actually the same planet. And it's kind of like your plan for how your energy completes, goes around, and how you perhaps descend a form. Okay? And what gets around in a scent and a sound. So, again, Taurus. Now, oh my. You know what I didn't realize? We're really doing double time. I have another card for you here. So this is truly sent from the divine for you, Libra. These are things you must have needed to know in duplicate for some of what you're going through, that even as the medium, as I'm laying these cards down, sometimes I'm praying, I don't actually see exactly what was going to be here before me, but as I'm going through them, I see them before me. And you have another archetype showing up. So I'm hearing for some of you, this is like where split mind comes to an end for you, because you're actually integrating your energy much better so that the things that you've been practicing, like this dilettante here, can actually show up in an integrated form. Because for some of you all, it's like if your energy wasn't being severed or diverted, gosh, how brilliant you are just for being willing to dabble like that. And it's good for you to have a good self-consciousness about things that you want to learn, and it being okay to be a beginner, especially in this form. It's a childlike energy that you're being encouraged to embody and to protect, Libra. And for some of you, this is like kind of learning to live through your kids a little bit, but not just living through them, taking what they're being as a certain respect, maybe learning from them. Maybe picking up the skill that you help them skill themselves through in college or whatever they're doing now, and having them teach you. But I'm going to read this to you. Light attributes for the dilettante. Delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Shadow attributes. Pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. It's kind of reminding me of the Virgo reading that I had come up too, where for some people it's like learning where to put a certain kind of like a line, like a division, a little bit of a boundary, and to know, well, that's where that goes, and this is where this goes. And for some of you, it's about time management and knowing that you actually have what you need, and you just kind of need to see it differently. There's a lot of like yellow showing up with us, like goldenrod colors for your third chakra. I'm hearing for some of you, it's just you need to watch the things that are inflaming your mind, because that's where your energy is being siphoned most of the time, and why it might feel like things are growing in a way that for some of you, you are not comfortable with, and you know if there's something you want exfoliated. And I'll encourage you to just think of it like that, and to have faith in that, and to create new growths. Focus on yellow foods. Focus on the golden shield. Look into the Lord Vishnu information that you might be able to find. Eat more cauliflower. I'm hearing that will be really good for some of you all. It's a lot of anti-inflammatory stuff, and I'm hearing for you, same thing like Virgo, is things like biocurcumin, super biocurcumin, turmeric root, things that will help with anti-inflammatory, especially if you're dealing with growths. Talk to your herbalist and know that it's like a quantum experience, exchanging particles, and your energy's following your intention. That's why exfoliating energy that doesn't belong there, while you might be learning a new skill and bringing other energies in, it's a cultivation process where you have everything to exchange what is being grown, you see? It's an alchemical process, love. If you need more support, please reach out. If you have dates of birth, I can do some pretty specific, even forensic style readings. Information's below. If you need other support, we have a chat group, Verified Martians. Feel free to join. Okay, Now, for those of you that are interested in things like love relationships and romance, these next two cards might be more for you. We've got Tarot of Sexual Magic here and the Love Oracle card. So, first things first. Wow. So, for the one who's trying to get pregnant, you might have just found out, if not, I'm hearing by March, that the fertility treatments are manifest. We're manifesting more options. Even if that's not what you're growing, some of you are not interested in that. Now's the time for pleasure and growth and things that you can manifest, like the Empress. What a gorgeous creature she is, protected by the shield that she doesn't even need to hold in front of her because of what has been planted around her fertile energy. And for some of you all, if this is you or if this is your wife, I'm hearing she is just absolute lucky you. If you're dealing with an Aries too, you might want to check them out. I'm seeing the shell here. They had a reading. I kept hearing just for the shell of it. You might want to check out the Aries reading. But yeah, I don't want to be crass or vulgar, but I'm hearing she really gets it ready for, maybe somebody that didn't know that they could feel like that, and just seeing her energy really, there's this stone person in the back there, and it might be a little bit graphic, but yeah, it's blurry right now. Might be an NSFW card, I don't know. Some of these, it's just naked people, but, he's a stone man. And she's gorgeous. I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like focusing your energy on the perfect kind of body situation where you're just being your healthiest form and kind of painting that picture new. It's like, what's in your mind that would help you feel better here in your view of yourself, and calling that in. Pick up a new skill. It's okay to be new, Libra. For some of you all, if you don't know who this person is, especially if you're like, that could be you, and if it is, get it, girl. And maybe you're a guy, I don't know. You're going to know your own gender and your preferences here. Just know that is a beautiful energy to be, no matter who you are. And there's no wrong way to wear that Empress, okay? When you're just being your legit self. And if this is someone new you're meeting, they're just like, why? You might even feel new. I'm hearing, if you're trying to meet somebody new, between now and like March, it's going to happen, especially if you try something new, like new activities club. I'm hearing they might be like real busy, but it's going to be like good social circle stuff. You're going to meet somebody that feels right. It's not going to be like, I'm on Twinder and hitchhike my way off the whatever. It's nothing like that. It's like meeting quality person. This is a quality experience here. This is not something that gets undermined. Not every bitch is the Empress, okay? Like, they draw and quarter themselves 4 different ways to try to show up like this once. So, booyah. No. That is a part of your plan. Even if you don't see it yet. Be fertile. Know it. Okay, what's going on here? Got the Love Oracle. Libra. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, for some of you all, this might just be your relationship, but it's not, okay? For some of you all, like if you are calling for something new, wedding rings is showing up here for you. Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. What completes the journey with you? What helps you be new? Maybe some kind of renewal of commitment. What it is to go all the way around for yourself and understand what the two sides of the brain are. The Taurus energy and like being the birth child, and your heavenly unleavening and what the sign of Libra actually is the unleavened and what we've been preaching. These other places, or hearing, it's all like, sounds like, and it makes things happen. And some of you all have like been flying a kite. It's like you're landing your Fortnite and it's like you're in the perfect body, and see it, baby. See it clearly. Okay? For the new tune that you are, Fortuna. And some of you all, it's just knowing that what is here, it's that quality experience again. This is not somebody who suffers the inequality experience in the end. That's the one that gets it the way she wants, you know? He, she, they, other. Know your thingy. Whatever it means to you to have that everlasting come true thing, the elements are here for you. See what Archangel Michael is saying. We've got, you're on the right path. Oh, Libra. Look at that. Somebody has been trying to protect you. You've got someone by your side, and it's like whatever it is that's going to make you feel good, that yellow energy here, it's like shooting off of this head. It's like the connection. And I hear for some of you, it's like seeing the you thing. It's like, or you can even shadow yourself into like the you thing model with the new hearsay ear thing body. Check your sun, your moon, and your rising. These are weird. I'm helping you understand what we're actually doing in the everlasting particle pixel scatter that has been the Big Bang, now quantized at 0-point resonance, where we even have IP addresses and thumb swipes to help determine where the particles land better, so you can be new again, you know? Paint a new picture, baby. Paint a new picture, my love. Here's what the card says. Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Thank you for giving me loud and clear guidance that I easily understand. Thank you for motivating me and filling me with the courage and confidence to make healthful life changes. So, what if this is just like exfoliating, like years off, and it's like, wow, a little more like that. Could you be your friend like that? Just challenging you to think about it a little bit. Spend more time with your meditations, darling. Indigo Gabbro might be a really nice meditation stone for you. Just know things are changing. And we also have Sibyllus here. How about some Sibyllus? What about these people showing up right now? Possibly this Taurus, or this growth, and this Empress with the growing things, and maybe fertility and children, if that's what you're looking for. Wedding rings, union, partnership. Things that happen the right way at the prom. That's what prom is, you know? The right dance partner this time? How about that? Yeah. Maybe a new dance class. What does my Libra need to know? Let's look at this Empress here. What do we need to know about our Empress that we may be seeing more clearly? Libra. So, Velvet Air. This is Three of Cups. Sometimes this is an onlooker. Sometimes this is like third-party interference, to be honest with you. But other times, this is just a reminder that what it is that you've been willing to brace yourself for and kind of step into and seek might be closer to you than you think. And sometimes what the quote-unquote writing on the wall is, especially if you feel like people might have been chit-chatting amongst themselves about plans of yours that maybe you didn't realize had gotten out. And it could be emotional for reasons. I'm hearing for some of you all, it's how your family might look out for you. And sometimes it's like, I'm an adult here, but, and it's a good but, because they have your best interests at heart. Let's see here. All right, so I'm hearing for some of you all, you might be glad that they got involved, because I'm hearing whatever they were looking out for is probably what's going to come out here. There was a lie. Somebody might have had a situation. My leg is itching now. My right shin just started itching really badly right while I was saying that. For some of you, I might be feeling an empathy thing. I don't know, but I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, whatever went after your security is probably what this is about. And it's like, somebody tried to like, I don't know if they tried to like house themselves on you is what I'm hearing, whatever that means to you. But it's like, it's not happening because it got witnessed, okay? Somebody watched that, and whoever was like trying to pull something out, or if they were like fishing for details around you, it's like they got outwitted is what I'm hearing, because whoever she is right there, for some of you all, you're going to know exactly who I'm talking about when I'm pointing to this woman in red here, this lady in red. She's talking to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other people in this picture here. It's like what she says goes. If mom says, if it's mom and she goes like this, it's like, you know, something's going to happen. There's a certain coming together, and it doesn't happen until she says it. I'm hearing for some of you all, it was like a meddlesome kind of almost situation, but it's like how somebody was protecting the light over your head, and you might have to look at it a little bit differently, especially if some of these mixed messages with like the dilettante and the full and like a false uncovering are making sense to you, because for some of you all, it might be just like a tiny little bit of information that came through that helped prevent the bad situation. But I'm hearing, especially if it has anything to do with a growth or something that could impact your house or like family, whether it's like money or some situation like that, it's like knowing that somebody really might have had their mind on how to be greedy with you. And I'm hearing that it just doesn't go anywhere now, is what it is. So I'm praying for you. I hope this is helpful. Let me know. I love your comments. Hit me a message below if you would like. Really appreciate your thumbs ups if you like the reading, and share it with somebody if you think it could help them. I love you, Taurus. Excuse me, Libra. I'm looking at the Taurus here. I love you, Libra. I love you. And I hope that you're well. And, you know, if I don't hear from you, take care, and we'll catch you again soon. We're back for another one. Bye for now.
Promise that you'll catch me.